Hello and welcome to Miraculous Private Caregivers. It's a natural, though often difficult, part of life to see our loved ones age. As they enter their senior years, their bodies and minds can start to send subtle signals that shouldn't be overlooked. Today we're going to talk about a sensitive but very important topic: the 8 key warning signs that many seniors may show during their final year of life. Recognizing these signs isn't about predicting the future with certainty, but about understanding what might be happening. This knowledge can empower families to provide the best possible emotional support, comfort, and care during what is a deeply meaningful time. It's about making the remaining time as peaceful and dignified as possible. Let's explore these signs together with compassion and understanding. The first sign is a significant increase in sleep and drowsiness. You might notice your loved one napping much more frequently throughout the day, or sleeping for longer periods overnight. They may seem groggy or less alert, even when they're awake. This happens because their metabolism is slowing down. The body's energy is being conserved for essential functions, and as a result, everyday activities that were once easy can become incredibly draining. It's not laziness or a lack of interest. It's a profound physical change. They might doze off in the middle of a conversation or a meal. The best way to respond is with patience. Instead of trying to keep them awake, create a comfortable and safe environment for them to rest. Plan visits and activities for the times of day when they naturally have more energy, even if those times are short. Gentle conversations and your quiet presence can be more comforting than trying to force engagement. The second sign is a noticeable decrease in appetite and thirst. Food that was once a source of great pleasure might become unappealing. Your loved one may start eating much smaller portions, refuse meals altogether, or say they're just not hungry. You might also notice they are drinking less water or other fluids. This is a natural part of the end-of-life process. The body's need for calories and fuel is diminishing as it slows down. The digestive system becomes less efficient, and forcing food can actually cause discomfort, like nausea or bloating. Instead of pressuring them to eat, focus on offering small, nutrient-dense snacks they might enjoy. Things like smoothies, pudding, or a few bites of their favorite ice cream can be more manageable than a full plate of food. Keeping their mouth moist with ice chips, small sips of water, or specialized oral swabs can alleviate the discomfort of a dry mouth and is often more important than forcing them to drink large amounts. The third sign is increased social withdrawal. A person who was once the life of the party might now prefer to be alone. They may decline invitations from friends, show less interest in family gatherings, or spend most of their time in their room. This isn't necessarily a sign of depression, although that's always something to consider. Often, it's a way of conserving their limited physical and emotional energy. Socializing requires a lot of effort following conversations, responding, and engaging. As the body weakens, there's a natural tendency to turn inward, reflecting on life and preparing for what's to come. It's a psychological and spiritual process of detachment. Respect their need for solitude, but don't let them become completely isolated. Short, quiet visits can be very meaningful. Simply sitting with them, holding their hand, or reading a book aloud can provide immense comfort without demanding a lot of energy from them. Let them lead the interaction. The fourth sign involves changes in urinary and bowel function. This is a delicate topic, but it's a very common and important indicator. You might notice a loss of bladder or bowel control, known as the color of their urine might become darker, like brown or rust-colored, due to decreased fluid intake and the kidneys becoming less efficient at filtering waste. Constipation can also become a frequent issue. These changes happen because the muscles controlling these functions are weakening, and the overall systems are slowing down. The key here is to maintain their dignity. Use absorbent pads or briefs, and check them regularly to keep their skin clean and dry, preventing rashes or infections. Speak with their doctor about gentle laxatives if constipation is a problem. Approaching these physical care needs with a calm, matter-of-fact attitude helps your loved one feel less embarrassed and more comfortable. It's about providing practical support with compassion. Now, for our fifth sign: a drop in body temperature. You may notice that your loved one's hands and feet feel cool or even cold to the touch. Their skin might look pale, and with time, you might see a purplish, mottled pattern on their arms and legs. This is called mottling, and it happens because the circulatory system is beginning to centralize. Blood flow is being redirected from the extremities to support the vital organs, like the heart and brain. This is a strong indicator that the body is conserving its last resources. To help, you can provide warm, soft blankets. A gentle touch and a warm covering can make a world of difference in their comfort. Avoid using electric blankets or heating pads, as their skin can be very fragile, and they may not be able to tell you if it is too hot, which could cause burns. Simply being present and offering the comfort of a warm blanket is the best course of action. The sixth sign is increasing confusion or delirium. Your loved one might not recognize familiar people, or they might become confused about the time or place. They could talk about seeing people who have passed away or speak about going home, even when they are already home. This can be very distressing for families to witness, but it's important to understand what's happening. These changes are often due to a combination of factors, including metabolic changes, less oxygen reaching the brain, and the side effects of medications. It's not a voluntary state. The best response is to stay calm and reassuring. Don't argue with them or try to correct their reality. Instead, respond to the emotion behind their words. If they are anxious, offer comfort. If they're talking about seeing a long-lost relative, you might say, "That sounds nice." Use a soft voice, gentle touch, and try to keep their environment calm and familiar. The seventh sign involves changes in breathing patterns. This can be one of the most noticeable and sometimes alarming signs. Their breathing may become very shallow, followed by deep, rapid breaths. There might be long pauses between breaths, sometimes lasting for many seconds. This irregular pattern is known as Cheyne-Stokes respiration. You might also hear a rattling or gurgling sound as they breathe. This is often called the death rattle, a term that sounds frightening, but it is caused by saliva and mucus collecting in the back of the throat because the person is no longer able to swallow or cough effectively. It is generally not painful or distressing for the person experiencing it. To provide comfort, you can try repositioning them by turning their head to the side to help drain the secretions. A cool mist humidifier in the room can also help. Knowing that this is a natural part of the process can help you remain calm and present for your loved one. Finally, the eighth sign is a surge of energy, sometimes called terminal lucidity. This can be the most surprising and confusing sign of all. After days or weeks of being withdrawn, tired, and unresponsive, your loved one might suddenly seem to rally. They may wake up, be completely clear-headed, ask for their favorite food, and talk with family members as if nothing was wrong. It can feel like a miraculous recovery, giving families a surge of hope. While it's a beautiful and often precious gift, it's typically very short-lived, lasting for a few hours or, rarely, a day. The exact cause isn't understood, but it's thought to be a final surge of physical and mental energy. Cherish this time. Use it to say the things you need to say, to sare, lau, and to create a final, beautiful memory. It's often a last chance for a meaningful connection and a peaceful goodbye. Recognizing these 8 signs: increased sleep, decreased appetite, social withdrawal, changes in elimination, cooler body temperature, confusion, breathing changes, and a final surge of energy is about being prepared. It allows you to shift the focus from curative treatment to comfort care, ensuring your loved one's final chapter is filled with dignity, peace, and love. If you're observing these signs, it's a good time to speak with their doctor or a hospice care provider. They can offer invaluable support, resources, and guidance for both you and your loved one. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Thank you for joining us. At Miraculous Private Caregivers, we hope this information helps you navigate this challenging time with more confidence and compassion. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more supportive content. Take care. Take care.